Unit Audio Review, Code Silver.
Prepare to be upgraded.
I love the fact that Nick Briggs is who he voices the monsters. He is the Cybermen. How he uses the classic version of the Cybermen for the pronunciation and stuff, because they're not supposed to have emotions. So in the classic series, in order to show that while still showing some sort of emphasis, instead of using normal emphasis, they talked like this, where their enunciations were not stressed in the same way. So I like how he did that so that he could, at certain points, add stressors and add emphasis without it being an emotional response.
And just constantly calling the Cyber Commander arrogant was fun.
I know. She is such a sassy bitch when she's...
Yeah, you take off, Osgood's filter. There's a bit of sass underneath there that she keeps hidden. It's like...
Sure is. It's like, there's that arrogance and understatement. Such a combination.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's...
She is so fun when she's... And she liked it a little too much.
Yeah. And I
all this knowledge.
It makes sense that they would have a code for Cybermen.
Of course it's Code Silver, just like Daleks are Code D.
Yes. And I just there's some things in this series that I really do like. It's just like when they go into the facts of just how much stuff they have. It's like he goes, "Oh, gold bullets. Okay, so you have gold bullets. So also good if we hunt vampire. Oh, not vampire, werewolves.
Werewolves.
It's like no, that's silver bullets. Those are a shelf up.
Yeah. Like, did we hunt werewolves? I mean, did we hunt vampires? And I didn't know. That's werewolves. That's silver bullets. That's the shelf up.
Yeah, something to that effect, where they just the amount of just stuff they have on the walls. It's like, oh yes, it's like reaching into a golf bag. It's like, okay, I know we have something to deal with Cybermen. Oh yes, gold, acetone.
I like how it's like, well, it depends on the type.
Yeah.
There's gold will work if you hit their breathing apparatus. It's like, where's their breathing apparatus? Oh, that's different depending on which Cyberman. So we have no idea. No.
Yeah. It's just like... But yeah. It's just... But yes, and they get the Cybermen. I'm curious. I know that the Borg came second, but how much the Borg influenced the influenced the Cybermen? Like the Cybermen probably influenced the Borg. And how much has the Borg flowed back to influence the Cybermen? Because resistance is useless. It's like...
Actually, I think they did that before the Borg came into being, because the Borg didn't show up until Next Generation, but I remember them using the term resistance is useless back during one of the 60s episodes. So...
Okay. Well, I'm still curious as to how that... if there was some backflow between them. But
there probably is. I mean, the concept has been around since computers.
Yeah. So
So-
and they're very close in some regards.
Yeah.
The premise is very similar. They take it in different directions, but the premise is very similar.
And even
Like-
the overall the overall like purpose of the Cybermen and the even the point of why they exist is pretty much the same. Like, they both exist as a means to better themselves and avoid death. And they were both originally created, generally speaking, as a means to avoid catastrophe and upgrade themselves. Because if I remember correctly, the Borg were created on a planet that became technologically super advanced, but their bodies became failing, so they joined with a hive mentality with the machines and then became a hive mind, blah, blah, blah. So kind of very similar with their backstories. So, yeah.
But yes. What else was there to talk about with this one?
So my question is, damn, I forget her name.
Kate? Osgood?
Osgood, yeah. So, was she actually turned, or was she fighting it and somehow tricking them?
No, she was turned.
Okay.
And if you... I love Kate's comment. Fighting the Cybermen, I could have handled that. Fighting Osgood? Now we're really screwed.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's hard. Fighting the Cybermen, that's difficult, but it's manageable. But
Well,
against Osgood.
well, at least this time it was her that got brainwashed and not you know who.
Yeah, that couple has the worst luck.
Oh, dear God.
But, I mean, there was serious foreshadowing in the first episode where it's like, we're lucky they only took me. If the bad guys ever got a hold of you, we'd be in real trouble. Yeah. You're in real trouble.
oh, and we also got sort of a confirmation of the whole Matrix thing. It's just, this is familiar. It's the Matrix. They merged the Borg and the Matrix into one thing. Well, Cybermen came first, but it's Cybermen plus the Matrix. Though we don't know if they dream. We also don't know if robots
Do they dream of
electric
electronic sheep, though?
We both were just on that note at the exact same time.
Yes.
But you put dreams and electronics in the same sentence, you're gonna get that reference.
Yeah.
Let's see. I
But-
think of anything I could think of that was also there.
Josh was the only one not affected this time. I mean, besides Kate.
Yep.
Everybody else got cyber converted.
Good times. Good times.
But the magnetic grenade, that was fun. It's like,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what else? You know what else? Like, well, and you know, the Cyber Commander is a bit like it's a bit Animal Farm. You know, all Cybermen are equal except one, but some Cybermen are more equal than others. Sort of situation. It's like, yes, oh yes, I have the handlebars to connect to the energy source, but also if you damage that, I have this little antenna in my chest.
I can ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars.
That's because you ride a tricycle. But yeah, and we get more proof that Josh can literally drive anything. He could drive a conversion unit.
Well, and going back to the magnetic grenade, I love it because it takes advantage of the one thing that the Cybermen, I guess they never really upgraded that portion of them that says, okay, you know, or they just decided that the trade-offs of being able to, you know, reach your own back or wherever she stuck it, probably in the middle of his back, because otherwise he could probably reach it.
Yeah. That itch you can never scratch.
Yeah, for a Cyberman, quite literally. But yeah, you'd think they would do something, like they would adjust the armor in some way, the casing, so that you could move a little more freely. But then again, I guess they would be trading armor. It's you're creating a weakness someplace else by creating. This is a greater fortification in terms of you can move and you can reach things on your back, and they can't just like put explosives on your back and you can't do anything about it, or you know, or have more secure armor.
Well, you know, they're just that arrogant.
Yeah, well, they
I
haven't.
didn't even think
It
that
hasn't-
anybody would think of that.
It hasn't kept them from invading places yet, so they're just like, no need to
They probably-
change it. I mean, they
Kate's
haven't
the first
changed it
one who
since
came
the
up with it.
70s because they try and conquer the world with flares.
Yeah.
You've seen that video too, I suppose. You cannot conquer the universe in flares. Or you can't conquer the universe with disco fever.
Yeah. They really haven't had any need to upgrade it because
They
that
so rarely run into
ever-
people who can do anything to them.
and it's never come up before because that creativity, as Osgood said, is something they don't deal with.
Yes.
And, you know, they don't have a Kate and an Osgood. And that's basically what this episode is. Kate versus Osgood.
But
And Osgood is winning.
anyway, anything further on this one?
Nope. We got nothing.
Alright. Well, that's that.